What's poppin' YouTube and welcome to my channel, Astro Finesse. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie, back with another video for y'all. And this video right here is if your Saturn is in the sign of Virgo, or also if it's in the 6th house. And I'll pause for the cause. If you don't know how to find your Saturn placement, if you're a new subscriber, if you're just starting off your journey of self-love, self-knowledge, self-understanding, if nobody told you or put you on to why it's so important that you study, love, and understand yourself through astrology and numerology, don't worry, I got you. There's a couple of videos. I put the link in the description. You have to watch them first to become hip to the knowledge of what I'm about to talk about right now. So if you look at your birth chart or your natal chart, it's the same thing. And you realize your Saturn is in the sign of Virgo, this video is for you. So without further ado, let's just get it popping, shall we? Now you already know before I start, I'm gonna give y'all a list of some celebrities so y'all can visually see what Saturn and Virgo people look like and act like in reality. So to start, we got Robin Williams, rest in peace. Kourtney Kardashian, Aaliyah, rest in peace. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. Kevin Hart, Usher, Tyrese, Venus Williams, Pink, Katie Holmes, and Jessica Simpson. All right, so boom, Saturn and Virgo. First of all, what does Saturn mean? What does Saturn represent in your birth chart? So Saturn is a planet of restrictions, of boundaries, of discipline, of hard work. Saturn in our chart, wherever Saturn is in your chart, forces you to learn how to overcome obstacles because it places it in front of you. So it covers up the blessings at first when it's young, because Saturn is like it takes a very long time for it to mature. It's like a very slow moving planet type thing. So at first it will cover up the blessings, it will put boundaries in front of you, put obstacles in front of you. So it will force you to learn through discipline, through hard work. And as you get older, as you become more wise, as you become to work on these obstacles, it slowly releases its boundaries and actually blesses you with the energy that it has been covering up. So Saturn represents structure, discipline, boundaries. It's the father figure of our zodiac, so it's like disciplinarian, forcing you to learn your lessons the hard way kind of thing. And then at the end, during the Saturn return, it takes 28 years for Saturn to come back. So around the age of 30 going up, 30 to 35, you will feel a whole shift, like a Saturn return, and your whole mindset of life will be different, because then Saturn will come back and will be like, did you learn your lesson? Have you been paying attention? Like, have you been working on these things that I've covered up? And if you haven't working on these things, Saturn will then release its boundaries and will give you the blessings that it has covered up in the beginning. So what does it mean having Saturn in the sign of Virgo or Saturn in the 6th house? First of all, I personally have Saturn in the 6th house, so I could relate to this video big time. I could relate to y'all big time. But having Saturn in Virgo, Saturn in the 6th house, so we already know the 6th house is like your day-to-day activities, your work ethicness, your health, which is also a very big deal when it has Saturn in the 6th house. Your health, day-to-day activities, your sense of service, how you like your sense of work, your everyday work ethicness kind of thing. So having a Saturn in the sign of Virgo in your earlier years, your childhood, you could have grew up with a parents or a household that were very detail-orientedly critical on the things you do. Like when you had something, when you were working, or when you did something, presented something, your parents could have like been really critical on this. You could do this better, you could do it differently. Always like critical on you, to the point that as you grow older, you take that experience and you become self-critical on yourself to the max. Like you become really critical on yourself to the max. Also, you begin to become critical of others and like type to micromanage others a lot, because you always could see the details perfectly, and because you had that critical energy over you, because that Saturn covering up that energy of your work and seeing the details, you could be prone to always seeing the negative of every situation, always prone to seeing what needs to be fixed and what doesn't need to be there kind of thing. So that self-criticalness could have been a very big deal for you as you get older. But Saturn in general likes to be in earth signs, because Saturn is all about the hard work, it's all about the determination and to reaching the long-term goals. Virgo is an earth sign, it's all about the hard work and being of service to people. So Saturn is generally comfortable in this position, but one thing you should look out for is having a Saturn in Virgo or Saturn in the 6th house. you could be prone to being like a workaholic to the max, like always feeling so uncomfortable if you're not working, like always working and always thinking that this needs to be done, that needs to be done. I have to work. So workaholicness is a big thing for this placement. Now, for me personally, I've been working a 9 to 5 since I was like 16, and like I just never not had a job kind of thing. I felt like so weird if I was not working kind of thing. So it's not a bad thing to be a workaholic, but understand with this placement, a lot of times y'all could like really overpass or overlook your health when it comes to your work. Like you could put so much emphasis on your work so much and not really care about your health in a way. And understand that Saturn is a karmic planet. So especially if you're under the age of 30, if you have a Saturn in Virgo or Saturn in the 6th house, and you're not taking care of your body right now, understand that the karma that's going to come behind that is it's going to like really affect you when it comes to your bodily health. Remember, 6th house is like your health. Virgo is ruled by the intestines, the large intestines, the small intestines, the digestive system kind of thing. So you could be prone to having like problems with your health, problems with this area in your life if you're not consciously working on these things. You people know my videos, I talk about drink your water. Like understand that with this placement, it's especially important to really take care of your health. Saturn is trying to teach you to actually have like value within yourself and not being so worried and not being so anxious about being perfect when you're working for others in a way kind of thing. A lot of times with this placement, you'll be so good at working, like having this placement when it comes to like your detail orientedness and your work ethic is gonna be A1. So you're gonna be working for somebody, you probably be like the best employee because you'll be so focused on making sure it's perfect. You'll be so diligent, you'll be so punctual, you'll be so like so on point, you'll be so workaholic on point to the fact that you put so much energy on working for somebody else or putting so much energy on making sure your services are well. Low key, it will be like you feel like you're being walked over because you feel like your work is not being compensated enough for the money that you're being paid. It's like you feel like you're underpaid because you're just working so good, working so hard, but you're not getting like the recognition for your work, or you just feel like you're just putting too much energy into something, you're not getting like the monetary gains back kind of thing. It could be a really big deal when it comes to you're working so much and not feeling the abundance or not feeling the benefits from your work kind of thing. So understand that with this placement, it's more preferred. I'll advise y'all to try and get your own business, trying to work for yourself kind of thing, because you are tremendously good workers. You are tremendously good at seeing a goal and fulfilling the goal, being adamant and being stable enough to actually fulfill the goal, like your long-term goals and all that. But just understand that you are extremely critical on yourself and you are extremely work-oriented. It's impossible for y'all to not really work, is to not really have a job, to not really put your energy into doing something when it comes to your work ethicness. So understand that you could be prone to be feeling like you've been walked over, or to feel like you're not appreciated when it comes to work because you're working so hard, but you're not really gaining like the recognition kind of thing for it. So Saturn wants you to learn that, all right, so I'm covering this up. I'm making it hard for you when it comes to like your work environment. I'm making it hard for you when it comes to the way you feel about yourself when it comes to your work ethic, because I want you to learn to actually care about yourself, to care for yourself, to not being so anxious about, am I doing this right for this person? Am I working right? Am I on time? Am I doing this perfectly for the work? Rather put that energy into, am I taking care of myself? Am I thinking about myself? Do I feel good about myself kind of thing? Especially like I said with your health. Their health is a very big deal for this. Saturn really wants you to learn that. Take care, pamper, nurture yourself. Like really take care of your body and look at yourself kind of thing. With this placement, understand that it's hard for y'all to like really feel relaxed because you're going to always be anxious about something. Saturn puts fear in our minds, but Virgo already, 6th house energy, Virgo already like feels anxious and nervous a lot because they're ruled by that like the nervous system as well. So like they feel anxious a lot. So understand that when you have all these energy, when you have this energy of feeling anxious, feeling nervous, am I doing it right? Am I worthy? Like if you're putting all these like fear into your mind, that's like Saturn forcing you to really switch your mindset into thinking about putting that work ethicness into yourself kind of thing. Like really care for yourself. I can't stress this enough. Really make sure you have like your workout regimen. Make sure you know and understand what food you put into your body, like how that affects you. Because like I said, it's ruled by the digestive system. So really understand that. Pay attention to what you're putting inside your body. Pay attention to your health. Don't be so work oriented that you're not caring about your health. Because like I said, if you're under the age of 30 and you think that you're young, so you don't have to really care about your health like that, or you can eat donuts for dinner all the time and don't really care about what you're putting inside your body, Saturn is a karmic planet. When it comes back around and it's paying attention, and it sees that you're not really working on your health, you're not really working on taking care of yourself. If you're being too work oriented or too workaholic, that you're being like obsessive about your work and not really obsessive about your own self, the karma will happen, and you realize you have like health problems during the later parts of life. What I notice is like a lot of people that have this placement, they usually turn like vegan or vegetarian around the age 30, or they change their whole diet around the age 30, because like they realize like health is more important than actually, you know, being so work oriented, being such workaholics. But the benefits of having this placement is, like I said, when it comes to work, your work is A1, your perfectionism is A1, your ambition, or your the way that you could really work and look at something in the future and work towards it is A1. It's really good for y'all to actually, like I said, have your own business kind of thing. Because a lot of times you'll be working too hard for somebody else and you won't really gain the benefits. So really try your hardest to like kind of create your own thing and put your work ethic into your own business kind of thing, that you could have your own detail-oriented way of creating it, your own way of seeing how it could play out, seeing how you could master whatever it is you're working on. But the most important thing is not to be so work-oriented that you're not taking care of your body, that you're not taking care of yourself. Take care of your body, take care of yourself, put your work into yourself first before you be so anxious about trying to always be of service to others, always worrying about what other people are thinking about you, always worrying about the others. Because remember, Virgo is all about the service, trying to be of service to people. They're naturally always want to work and help people kind of thing. But Saturn wants you to understand that. Put that energy into yourself first. Don't be so obsessively obsessed about making sure things are perfect around you, making sure my work is perfect, like making sure everything outside yourself is perfect. But look into yourself first. Take care of your health. Drink your water. Make sure you understand what you're putting inside your body. That's a very big thing for Saturn in the sign of Virgo. Saturn in the sign of Virgo or in the 6th house will give you health problems if you're not taking care of your health, if you're not paying attention to these things. You'll be more susceptible to having like health problems if you're not taking care of these things, especially before the Saturn return comes around. So understand that. I'm gonna keep stressing this. Take care of your health, especially right now if you haven't hit your Saturn return yet. But all in all, like I said, Saturn is comfortable here. So obviously you're gonna be good at work, and obviously that workaholicness is not by chance. You can see me like on these YouTube videos, like I'm like very perfectionistic about the way it comes out. I could be really anxious, like before I drop a video, I'm like, did I do it right? Are they gonna like it? Like I'd be hella anxious and like really hard on myself kind of thing. That's like Saturn just like really forcing you to really care more about your inside, care more about how you reflect and feel about yourself on the inside, how you take care of yourself on the inside, how you work for yourself on the inside, rather than being so obsessive about the outside reflection of yourself, if that makes sense. So that's my video on Saturn and Virgo. Hope y'all enjoyed that. My next video is going to be on Saturn and Libra. You already know I'm about to go in. If you have subscribed to my channel, appreciate all y'all for real. If you haven't subscribed yet though, go ahead and handle that one time for your boy. Don't forget to drink your water, mind your business, and be safe out here. It's your boy Lil Finesse Jiggy Hippie. I'm going to see all y'all when I see y'all.